As cave miners, we are all on the hunt for the same thing. A shimmering blue stone found only at the deepest and darkest depths of the cave below us. If a miner were to locate one of these extremely rare ores, they would be able to move up into a higher district and free themselves and their family from this painful existence. The reason we are all cave miners in the first place is because we were born into this life by our parents. Only citizens of the same district are able to have a child together, and that child becomes part of the same district as its parents. My parents died years ago in a terrible mining accident that also killed 10 others. Their desperation to move up into a higher district and give us all a better life blinded them, and they unfortunately had to face the grave consequence of their actions. At the time of their death, I was devastated and all alone. Now that years have passed, all I feel is frustration for them wanting to go so deep into the mines. All they had to do was stay near the top of the cave system and collect easier ores. Sure, we would have been miners for the rest of our lives, but at least we would still be together. I was too young to speak up towards them as a child, and now I wish things could have been different. This is Minecraft Omission. I might as well be a slave to humanity at this point. I live in a tiny broken down shack nearby others similar to myself, in a city separated by wealth and power. I am in the lowest class of citizens, living in the poorest district of the city, working as a cave miner just so I could feed myself at the end of each day. My job is dangerous, and I often have to risk my life, but it's the only way I could survive day by day. The cave that we are sent into gets more difficult to mine as well, because each day we must venture further in than the previous to collect ores. A requirement of my job is that I bring back at least one precious metal from my daily trip. Otherwise, I will be executed for lack of contribution. We are paid a measly wage for the amount of coal we extract from the mines, but any metal rarer than coal must be turned in. There used to be a black market that we would be able to sell our materials to, but one day another worker accidentally dropped a chunk of gold on his way back from work and was caught. Ever since that day, the security in the mines has been very strict. The higher-ups check us thoroughly at the start and end of each day so that we can turn in our findings. My name is Nalativity, but everyone calls me Nala for short. Now it's just me following the same routine day in and day out. I start each day at the crack of dawn and immediately get ready for work. Everyone going to the mines must take a name tag with them so that the higher-ups can track our work. We are given 2 tags, one to keep on us and one to put into the name tag box at the top of the mines. I put on my miner's clothes, grab my tags, and take some supplies I have saved up from my chest. It's my 18th birthday today, and I try celebrating by bringing 2 apples into the mines instead of just the usual one. I always head into the mines early because I want to be the first one there for the best chance of finding a rare material. On the way to the mines, I suffer a massive headache, and my lungs tighten up. I take a quick drink of water on the side of the road, and after a little rest, I start to feel better. There are no sick days allowed as a miner, and I need to get to the mines before I run out of time anyways. I drop off my tag and head down. I start looking through the caves and see the walls are nearly empty on this level, since most of the other miners stay near the surface because it's a lot safer. I see my friend Tom mining down a branch and decide to check out the area around him. I find some coal deposits from a nearby branch, but I still need to find a rare material to meet my quota for the day. I don't know why, but on this day I began to get more emotional than usual. I kept thinking of my parents and how badly I missed them. I hated the life I was given and I felt helpless trying to change it. With my blood boiling and my mind racing, I decided to do something I never have attempted before. I made my way down to the lowest level of the mines to look for a diamond. I was trembling with fear and my body was cold and alert. I looked around, but all I could see around me were untouched coal deposits, since not many venture down this far. I keep making my way through the deep cave, making sure to be as careful as I could. I didn't want to get surprise attacked by any other mobs. Further down the path, I see a stream of lava, something I've never seen in person in my life before. I walk over to grab the iron and feel an intense heat all around me from the molten rock. I sneak around one of the sides, grab the coal and iron, and push a little further into the cave. I decide that's as far as I'm going for today, since I'm running low on food and I've met my quota with all this iron. I didn't find any diamonds like I wanted to, but I was still alive and my anger calmed down enough to think rationally again. But on the way back, I noticed a small wall leading up to a tiny ledge and decide to check it out since I'm already down this far. I take my ladders and climb up over the ledge, only to find a small chest containing a written book. I take the book from the chest and open to the first page. It says that this book is property of Alan and Noelle. Alan and Noelle? My parents' names? No, this couldn't be right, I thought to myself. This cave system is completely different from the one my parents died in. Did someone take this book and place it here? I had no idea what to think until I remembered I was running out of time for the day. I had to get back to the surface before they closed the mines for the night, and I couldn't take the book back with me without it being confiscated. I placed the book back in the chest and began heading back. I would return tomorrow to read it once I had more time. I also left some iron down here, so that tomorrow I would be able to fulfill my material requirement without having to mine for it, and it would give me more time to read the book. I made my way back to the surface and gathered my tag at the top. I went to the local market to buy some mushrooms and an apple before heading back home. After finishing my meal, my mind was racing. I wanted to go to bed, but the only thing in my mind was the book and finding a diamond to escape this nightmare I call my life. Tomorrow, I would head back down into the deep mines and find out what could possibly be in that book that had my parents' name written in it.